Welcome to the Offshore Club's fun-filled, fact-filled, fast-paced blockbuster podcast, Coffee with Carib Carter, coming to you exclusively from where the sun never sets on the good life at a great price. And now, fill up your favorite coffee mug and join your expert and your guide, Carib Carter Clues.
Hello. It's Carib Carter, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Carib Carter. It's good to be with you. Episode 51. We're almost to a year now. We spent a lot of time together. I've enjoyed every second of it. I hope you have too. I know a lot of you have because you're kind enough to write to me about it. Please write to me at caribcarter7, the number 7 at gmail.com. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you want to see. Okay. And we'll just keep doing this together every single week. Enjoying ourselves on Coffee with Carib Carter. Okay. And today we got a great show. By the way, make sure to subscribe, because when you subscribe, YouTube then encourages other like-minded people to tune in as well. And our audience grows and we can do even more with each other. Today we have a great show. I have first of all, we're going to do a interview with Romulus coming up. I know you all love Romulus. He is the Offshore Club financial guru. Okay, he is. I call him the master forecaster when it comes to the stock market. He knows his stuff, and every week in the Offshore Club Gazette, the free newsletter of the Offshore Club. If you're not getting that, make sure to start getting it. He has a column in there every week, which is dynamite, that gives you guidance on how to maneuver around the stock market so you can actually make money, whether it goes up or down. You come out ahead. You can't beat that. Okay. And it's the kind of guidance, I would say, that you need and that he provides. This guy is renowned. He is renowned in the investment arena for his stock market wisdom. I think his stocks have averaged about 20 to 25% a year, as opposed to most funds that are right around 10%. The random walk is around 10%. Imagine doubling that. Imagine what you could do if you knew you were going to have that kind of return year after year. Get whatever you want in that case throughout Central or South America, which is what I want for you. So Romulus, interview with Romulus coming up. Also have a great video. I always try and do the Caribbean $1,000 listing Caribbean. Great video of one of them today. I usually don't have a video. Today I do. I don't want to cut my own sales point later. I say sales point, not that I make money off of it, but one up myself before I should say one up myself before we get to the $1,000 listing Caribbean later in the show. But I will just tell you this: I have a great video for you about a home on 4 acres on a Caribbean island that you can buy for a price you're just not going to believe. Okay, that's coming up. And then we're going to finish up with one of my favorite people on the face of the earth, David Goggins, and a Carib Carter Motivation Minute. Okay, helping you know how to overcome negativity with positivity and make your move offshore to the good life at a great price. But before we get into any of that, I realized recently that there may be some of you who are not availing yourself of all the benefits and services of your Offshore Club. Okay. Some of you, if you've just tuned in, may not be Offshore Club members yet. It's offshore.club. Okay. Just go to offshore.club and sign up. When you sign up for the free newsletter, the Offshore Club Gazette, then you get everything else. Okay. And you get the Gazette on a daily basis. And that's one of the things I haven't been reminding a lot of people about often enough. I realize here it is right here. You get this on a daily basis. This is the #1 newsletter in the, let's call it the offshore industry. Okay. There are other organizations out there, the International Living, there's the Live and Invest Offshore, Nomad Capital. So nobody has a newsletter like the free Offshore Club Gazette that every day brings you articles, videos, what I call dread and dream articles and videos to tell you about the dream of living offshore. Some of them we have, the dreads tell you about some of the dangers if you don't make a move offshore. It's a great newsletter. This is a great newsletter, and it's free. So I want to make sure that you sign up for it. Go to offshore.club. If you're not getting the Gazette, it's not only informative, it's also entertaining. Okay. I have twice a week, I have a column in there, Clues Views, which I'm getting a lot of nice response for. Thank you so much. Romulus's articles in there. It just is a Charlotte Tweed. You all know Charlotte. We have her on Coffee with Carib Carter every other week. The editor of the of escapeartist.com. Insiders Magazine. She has a piece in there that I know you all love because I see your responses to it. So this is the best offshore newsletter. Everything you need to know comes right to your inbox. Okay. So don't forget to go sign up for that for free. Also, make sure to avail yourself of this. Okay. Friendship Village, Offshore Club Friendship Village. This is, okay, let me go and scroll it up here. Okay. There I am. I post on Friendship Village all the time. Okay. But it is full of articles and commentaries and discussion. It's a Facebook discussion group is what it is. Okay. A forum, I guess they call it. And it's where you can go and you can make your own. This is the Friendship Village. When you become a neighbor in Friendship Village, you can post your own comments, your own questions, your own queries, your own opinions. This is the place to do it. It is the best discussion forum, offshore discussion forum online. Okay, it's number one. And I have not talked about it enough. I sent out a letter about it day before yesterday. Some of you probably got it. Those of you who are already members or subscribers, we make sure to send. I try and send you a couple emails a week, just saying, hey, here's something you might want to check out. Sent an email earlier this week about Friendship Village. Okay, that's the discussion forum. That's where you are one of the neighbors, and you have a chance to talk with other neighbors, with experts. All of us, everything you want to know is right there. I mean, you can go to the website. The forum to me, I like because, years ago, I think it was Daryl Zanuck, the great Hollywood producer, told everybody around him, when I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. Okay, well, that's not how we feel at Offshore Club. We want your opinion, and the best place for you to state your opinion, give us your guidance, is at Friendship Village. Okay, it's relatively new, and I think it's going to grow leaps and bounds. Look, there I am. I'm there. I'm there all the time because I do my Carib Carter minutes every day, at least once, sometimes twice. So that's two of the services that I have been remiss in not reminding you about enough. Okay, and to make sure you take advantage of. And another one is our podcast. Okay, obviously Coffee with Carib Carter is our flagship podcast every Monday at noon. Obviously you know about it because you're watching it right now, but also we have podcasts throughout the week. Two of them are really exploding in popularity, one of which is on Thursdays, and that's Joel Nagel's Global Wealth Fortress Report. It's about a 20-minute podcast. Joel Nagel is America's #1 asset protection attorney. #1. I mean, there's no question about that. His clients are multi-millionaires. Okay. You can check him out at nagellaw.com. And folks, every week on Thursday, he provides you the same advice he gives to his I'm talking multi-millionaire clients about asset protection. We focus on offshore, absolutely free. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Sometimes when I'm interviewing him, I interview him for every Thursday. It's on at noon at Offshore.club. Sometimes when I interview him, I think to myself, this guy's an incredible person. He's telling Offshore Club members for free the stuff that his clients pay top dollar for. And he doesn't hold back, folks. Check it out. Joel Nagel's Global Wealth Fortress Report. Go to Offshore.club. Look at some of the recent podcasts. You are going to be blown away by the information and advice he gives. A great podcast. So that's another one of the services that I've been remiss in not talking to you about enough. And finally, one more, and then I want to move and interview Romulus for you. One more is Mike Cobb's Offshore Investment Report. Okay. Mike Cobb is, I call him the offshore oracle. Okay. The offshore oracle. He is one of the major investors in all of Central and South America. He has 4 or 5 residential resort communities that are the creme de la creme throughout the Caribbean. Okay. Check out grandpacifica.com. You're going to be blown away. Check it out and then buy a property there if I were you. Mike he probably is the top investor in all of Central and South America. And every Friday at noon at Offshore.club, I interview him and he gives you a free advice about offshore investments. I mean, it's like, what? Yeah, it would be like if you had a free weekly advice session from Warren Buffett. That's incredible. That's incredible. Mike is that good. Great guy, good friend of mine for 25 years now. He and Joel are partners. It's thanks to them that we're able to have the your Offshore Club. So make sure every Friday at noon to tune in at Offshore.club for Mike Cobb's Offshore Investment Report. There other organizations talk about things you should do, but when you hear it from Mike, you're hearing from the person who does it. Okay, so there you have it. Those 4 items I wanted to go over with you because I want to make sure you avail yourself of all the incredible services and benefits at your Offshore Club. Okay, at your Offshore Club. One of them, of course, is Coffee with Carib Carter, which you're availing yourself of right now. And one of the benefits of that is my weekly interview. Sometimes I do 2 interviews a week. This week with Romulus. Romulus is in my opinion, a financial genius. I have 3 people that I really think are genii when it comes to investments. Shaw Galani at the Monday Club. He just take it to the bank. Tim Melvin, Better Way to Wealth. Tim Melvin. I love Tim Melvin. He is a blue collar type like me. Okay. Blue collar type. I always tell people I worked in Washington, very, very high up in politics with the White House and the Senate for over 40 years. But I was raised in Baltimore. I am a blue collar type person. All right. So don't be fooled by the hat, by the way. I can't fix anything. If something breaks, I call the super producer of this show, Gary. For some reason, can fix everything. Thank God. So there you have it. But Romulus is the 3rd investment analyst that I rely on. Okay. Look, I'm gonna interview him now, and there's no use saying more because as we talk, you're going to see that I admire this guy, and I really want you to take advantage of his incredible advice, which you get free in your Offshore Club Gazette daily newsletter as well. So let's talk with Romulus, see what he has to say about the market. Romulus, my friend, welcome to Coffee with Carib Carter.
Well, thank you very much again. It's been a couple of weeks, Carter. I've missed everybody. Yeah, I hope that that all of our guests, audience checking in are either down there in the Caribbean, Central America, South America, enjoying the good life at a great price, or They're getting their plans almost finalized, and they're looking at those beaches, ready to get themselves to them as soon as possible. I know I am, because like you, I'm living in a part of the world that has just been through snowstorms and sub-zero temperatures and enough of all of that.
Yes. Yeah. You actually are living in a place that all of those of us who were raised on the main streets of Baltimore City absolutely hate, as you know.
Yes, Indianapolis. They picked up in the middle of a snowstorm, no less.
In the middle of a snowstorm, Indianapolis stole our beloved Baltimore Colts. We will never get over that. It is the darkest day in history, next to, let's see, it would be October 11th, 1957, when the Dodgers moved out of Brooklyn. Those are two awful days in history. So we better not talk about it, because otherwise I'll start hating you. I don't want to do that.
Hey, I'm an adopted son in here as well. You forgot this, Carter. I grew up in Jersey.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So it was college and career that kind of took me here.
Yes.
I'm not a native Indiana son. I have no affiliation or ties. As a matter of fact, the sooner I can get down to Nicaragua, plant those roots, start growing my own coffee beans. And by the way, Carter, I don't know if I told you this, but in addition to doing all the work that I'm doing with the markets, the research, the trade alerts, the videos that we're doing, and I want to be able to do that for decades. In addition to that, when I get down to Nicaragua, which is the country that I'm choosing, I want to open a chocolate factory.
Yes.
I'm going to grow my own chocolate beans.
Yes.
And I'm going to produce my own. The sugar cane is going to come from right there. I'm going to grow the sugar cane. I'm going to produce the chocolate beans, and I'm going to manufacture chocolate in Nicaragua, in addition to bringing what I feel, and I think you agree, is some of the greatest investment and trade research and action that you can find anywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Nicaragua and Honduras both have incredible, maybe the best chocolate beans and coffee beans in all of Central America. But let's talk about the fact that you have done a remarkable job since you've been with us at the Offshore Club as our financial guru, of helping people, guiding people in the stock market. So
go on, Carter. I'm gushing and blushing.
I'm gushing, you're blushing.
There we go.
Yeah, but you really have. You really have. At a time when the stock market's been up and down. You have guided people since you've been with us. I think probably your guidance on the stock market, your expertise has essentially, anybody who's followed your lead is probably looking at a 20% increase in their portfolio returns. Am I right?
Yes, around there. So even real quick, my first introduction to Offshore Club, I wrote a piece. It was a written research piece in early December, so a little over 2 months ago.
Yep. And
this piece was focusing on gold. I didn't know at the time that Putin was about to create all these problems over in the Ukrainian neighborhood. I didn't know the future, but I could see from the charts. It's what I do. So gold was trading at around $17.90 an ounce, give or take. It's up over 4% since then in about 2 months. That's just one easy trade. And by the way, in that same time, the stock market is down about 7% to 10%, depending on some of the things that you might have been in.
Right.
So we're talking about a 12 to 13% return differential just on that. And then you get my daily updates, Carter. I know you read them. You check in with me from time to time. Hey, Romulus, what about this and that? Which I really appreciate. I love when people actually read what I'm putting out there. But back on January 13th in the morning, before the market opened, S&P, the stock market, was still only about 1% off of its all-time high. That's it, 1% away. And I said, everybody, this is it. Get out now. Get out now. I couldn't have yelled it any louder. I couldn't have pounded the table any harder. I said, get out now. And I'm getting notes and messages and emails and texts from people all over the world. They're thanking me profusely because I've saved them a cumulative millions and millions of dollars just over the past month. Carter, I've been doing this for 27 years. I don't always get calls that prescient.
Yeah.
But when they come, this old Roman is on top of it.
And it is fantastic. And the Offshore Club members, Offshore Club members get your weekly report, right?
Yep. It's going out through our network and our distribution channels.
Yep.
Hopefully they're checking in and paying attention.
Absolutely. They get it. Folks, if you don't subscribe to the Offshore Club Gazette, free daily newsletter, you need to do it, if for no other reason, just to get Romulus's analysis. Vitally important.
So every week I'm putting out different reports that can help people directly impact their trading, their investing, their preparations to get down to these Central American paradises, or if they're already there, to be able to maintain the lifestyle that they work so hard to prepare and get themselves to. And now they have to have strategies, methods, and tactics in order to stay where they want to stay. Okay. So we looked at the recent market action, Carter, and this is really important.
Yeah.
It's not just an everyday kind of garden variety pullback or setback in the stock market. That's what a lot of people are saying. Oh, interest rates are going up a little bit. And that Putin, he won't do anything. He may not go ahead and do a full land invasion of Ukraine. That could be a bit extreme. It doesn't matter, though. Look what he's already doing.
No.
Already he's creating chaos and havoc. He's already done it. Like past tense, the man has pulled it off.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He's 8 steps ahead of that guy that's running this country of ours, and he will remain to do so. The markets will suffer because of that. And if it's not that issue, and if it's not interest rates, it'll be something else. These things come and go in long-term cycles and waves. And for a while, we're going to be on the downslope.
And I think this is vitally important. Look. First, let me reiterate something you just said, which is very important for Offshore Club members. Folks, following Romulus's advice does two things for you. One, it helps you, as Romulus just said, accumulate the funds to make your move, okay, to buy your property over there, whether it's somewhere like La Ceiba Beach Club, where, you can buy a home, gorgeous home like mine on the ocean for $30,000 to $40,000, whether it's Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua, $125,000, $200,000, $300,000, Grand Belize or Grand Bayman in Belize. What happens when you get this information from Romulus, when you follow his lead? It helps you have the income to the financial resources to make your purchase, which is important. Somewhere like with mine, you can pay cash. And the second thing it does, once you're there, look, if you can have income, residual income of $2,000 a month, folks, you're going to live like a king or queen in Central and South America. Following Romulus's lead helps you have that money in the bank on a continuing basis. So I just wanted to reiterate that, Romulus, since it's vitally important.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about that. I did get a couple of inquiries from a few people in the Offshore Club who asked me about that. I responded back to them and said, we have to, we can get you the plan. We can show you how to do this. And then I didn't hear back from them on that case. So, folks, my contact information is right there on the screen. Just contact me. I'm easy. I'm here. I'm very accessible when it comes to, comparatively speaking, to stock market gurus and people that are good at this, because it's important to me. I'm going there. Carter's already there. Come with us. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me add one thing that the Offshore Club members, I recommend they do, folks. Sign up for Romulus's Thursday. What would you call it?
It's Thursday. It's called Thursday Night Live. Every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, we do a 1-hour live show. It's on Zoom, so it's invitation only. I got to stress that it doesn't go up on YouTube. It's not put out for public dissemination, but we extend an invitation to you to come this coming Thursday. Just send me a note right there at my email. You see it coming up on the screen. Contact me by phone. Text me by phone. Let me know that you are a friend of Carter's. That's all you've got to say. And we will extend you the invitation. Carter has been there with us on those shows before.
Excellent.
And he really, I know that he enjoys what goes on, the discussions. We have a lot of great questions that come in from the crowd at the end of the show. And we talk about all kinds of things that are happening. Romulus, what do you think about the interest rate moves that we've seen? Romulus, what do you think about that gold that we talked about? What do you think about the stock market itself? What do you think about Facebook dropping 30% in a single day? That's right. You heard me right. Its stock last week dropped 30% in a single day. Incredible. But these things are going to continue to happen. Maybe not every day. Maybe not Monday. You might not see that. But over the course of 2022 and probably 23, look, the next 10 years, Carter, let's broaden the scope. Let's go up on the building. Let's take a plane ride together, shall we?
All right.
And let's look down on the goings on and the everyday happenings here on Earth. From March of 2009 until just a few months ago, humanity has experienced one of the longest running wealth creation golden times in all of human history. You can compare it to what happened right after Augustus took over and what we call the Pax Romana.
Right.
It was a golden time. There was wealth creation. There was global peace. I'm talking about the big picture. I'm not talking about the skirmishes, but the big picture. The amount of money. Listen, people became worth $200 billion after starting businesses in their garages in Silicon Valley.
Right.
Those times are over. They are over. I wrote a report in August, just 6 months ago, and I can send it to you if you want proof that I did this. And I said, the age of the tech titan is over. 1,000 years from now, they will look back to August of 2021. They will put a flag in the ground and they say, Romulus was right. He was the only one who said this. This was a time, it's like the Gilded Age came and went. It's like the Roman Empire came and went.
So
it was
Romulus,
one of those times.
If they want that report, they can either call you or go to this
just
email and just ask for what should they say? What's the name of the report?
Oh, just tell them the Tech Titan.
The what?
The Tech Titan, Technology Titan.
Technology
because for
Titan.
so many years,
okay,
there was so much wealth created going on. And it's because of a lot of reasons. Yes, they're smart. Yes, they came up with cool ideas, but that's not it. They wouldn't have become worth all that money if the conditions were like they were in 08 or the dot-com crash or the 1970s. Carter, you were a professional working in the 70s. You know that even though you could have been doing the best work that the world had ever seen, you weren't going to be worth 50 billion or 100 billion back then.
That's
conditions were just more difficult on a macro basis. So for the next 10 years, conditions on a global basis are going to be much more challenging and difficult on average than what we have seen for the past 13. We have to prepare for this. Number one, we have to prepare for this, and we have to start executing on our plan. And it doesn't just mean going down to Nicaragua or Belize or Honduras. That's part of it. That's not the only thing, though.
Yep.
We have to understand that once we're there, how do we make sure that we've got the income coming in? What do we do with the money that we've accumulated and built up after many years of sweat and hard work? Well, you got to put it somewhere. You can't bury it back in the coffee yard.
No.
Even if you are in Nicaragua. So you've got to have action plans. We've got them.
We've got them. Look, and that's an important point. Folks, if you would you might say, well, you can protect your money, just put it in a mattress. No, you can't, because
inflation.
It's being eaten away by inflation.
Yep.
You're losing 7% a month just in inflation. You can't put it in the bank because the bank pays 0.1% of interest.
They've got you squeezed on both ends. So you've got inflation coming up, but you don't have the bond rates. You don't have the ability to get the interest rate payment, which will come later. 2 years from now, that'll be there. But what happens then? Well, then your stock investments get hit, or you've got a bunch of real estate in the U.S. or real estate in Western Europe or real estate in some of these more highly developed areas that gets hammered because the markets are pulling back and wealth creation is starting to go in the opposite direction. Things come and go. Back to my statement a minute ago. They come and go in these longer term waves and cycles. And for a while, we're going to be cycling in a different direction. But we can prepare for this. There are ways to profit when stocks drop. Well, Carter knows this. It's one of the ways I've been able to make a lot of money the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And there are ways to make sure that your money's coming in every month. There's banking relationships you can establish in places that are going to be solvent and working for you. There's all kinds of different things. You just got to initiate the plan.
You have to initiate the plan. You have to, and folks, you have to follow Romulus's lead. I'm just going to tell you that. You can do it. Attend his Thursday night live session. He just gave you an open invitation. Just tell him, when you said just tell him Carter sent you. When I was a kid, Groucho Marx had a show. I can't remember the name of it now, but he used to say at the end of it, just tell them Groucho sent you. Just tell them, well, on this, just tell them Carter sent you, okay? And you can attend one of these incredible sessions on Thursday night. There's their email address, phone number right there.
Yep.
And also make sure to get the Offshore Club Gazette, free publication, where you get the wisdom of Romulus on a weekly basis. You can't beat that, folks, and you need it, because what you just said is so important, that you help people understand how to make money, whether the market is going down or going up.
Exactly. And for a while, it's going to be more down than up. And again, I know that I have a sense of a peace of mind and a sense of confidence that no matter what the markets do, no matter what the politicians do, no matter what happens geopolitically, no matter what happens with the price of oil or any other what we consider a problem, COVID or no COVID, I've got the confidence and the ability to navigate and get through these markets successfully, growing my wealth and continuing to provide for my family, which that's the most important thing when it comes to all of this. And again, I'm heading to Nicaragua. I'm going to Nicaragua. I'm going to continue to do the Romulus work.
Yeah.
But I'm going to grow sugarcane. I'm going to grow my own chocolate, and I'm going to manufacture chocolate down there in Nicaragua.
All right. We only have a few minutes left, so let me get real macro here. In these last few minutes. I think, I'm just going to tell you what I think, and you can say, Carter, that may be what you think, but you're dead wrong, or unfortunately you're right. I think Putin and Xi of China are getting ready to score a major worldwide economic coup, which is all the more reason people need to follow your lead right now, because it's going to get rocky, folks. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
China is in the stronger position of the two,
right?
And everyone in America has underestimated that strength of that position of strength for quite some time.
Yeah.
And now Russia realizes that they can pivot more toward China, take advantage of that position of strength that China has established for itself as the manufacturing hub of the world over the past 40 years. They've been growing and working toward this.
Yeah.
They now can say to America, we don't need you like we did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Now we can establish our own personal situation within each other and still grow and function. Listen,
yes.
That is a reordering of everything that has gone on since August 1945.
Precisely.
Please understand the implications of this are absolutely massive.
Massive.
And in order to counter this, which the Western world will do, but it's going to take resources, time, work, effort that will take away from all this wealth creation that's been going on and the easy markets and easy money. It doesn't mean we're all going to be living like cavemen in 10 years. That's too extreme. But it does mean a major change of everything that we've seen specifically since March of 2009.
And it means they need guidance from someone like you to help them get through this rocky period. Let me tell you, I think you're going to see China and Russia team up to do an assault on SWIFT. Look, SWIFT is one of the bludgeons America has used to keep other countries in line. It's going to be gone. Putin is establishing his own SWIFT. China's going to work with him on it. I think you're going to see an assault on the dollar as the reserve currency. They're already working to do that. If that happens, that is a tremendous economic. And folks, keep in mind, while these two men who are brilliant are teaming up on all of this, we have in the White House Joe Biden. I don't even have to elaborate on that. Okay. Enough said. Add to that the reason countries like Peru and El Salvador are seizing on to cryptocurrencies is because it cuts the legs out from another major U.S. tool to bludgeon countries into economic tool to bludgeon countries into obedience, and that's the IMF.
Yeah,
Folks,
if you look at El Salvador, has pegged their currency to the U.S. dollar. It's no different. It's a 1-to-1 situation.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to pivot toward Bitcoin. China has been trying to reorder the global currency reserve status for quite a while through different methods and systems. And even if they don't fully succeed over the next 10 or 20 or 30 years, it doesn't matter. Just chipping away at what's been going on since 1945 creates a situation where people say, you know what? Maybe I don't want to pay the absolute most expensive price for an American stock right now based on these problems that could be coming over the next several years.
Right.
That's enough to knock things for a pretty good loop.
A pretty good loop. And on that note, which is really a very reasonable note, folks, you notice Romulus doesn't go overboard, doesn't use scare. He just tries to help you understand whether it goes up, whether it goes down. You got to follow the lead of someone who knows how to play the game. So Romulus, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm thrilled again to have people in the Offshore Club. These are good people. They're thinking correctly. I know that, like us, Carter, they worked so hard their lives to put something together.
Yep.
And just such a shame that gets damaged because of dopey political and policy mistakes. So we don't have to have that happen. You guys worked hard for many, many years and decades. You raised your families. My heart goes out to every single one of you. And I know that I can help. I know that we can help. So just reach out, send me a note, shoot me an email, give me a call, give me a text. Say, my buddy Carter sent me over. We'll get you the invitation to Thursday, and we can open up communications about making sure that you can get down there the manner that you want and live the life under your terms.
Fantastic. Romulus, thank you. This has been great.
Absolutely.
We'll do it again in 2 weeks. Sound good?
All right. Everybody take care. Bye now.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Excellent. Just fantastic. Folks, this is a very, very smart man. Okay. You know, he is not telling you he's not telling you, invest in this, don't invest. What he's doing is he's giving you guidance on the entire ebb and flow of the stock market. Okay. Vitally important. So you know how to play it, whether it's on the rise or in the dip. So this is great stuff. And he's just a delightful person, even if he is in Indianapolis. This Baltimore kid, we don't like that. But he's a super guy, super smart with great advice. And one of the ways, get ready for a segue here, folks. One of the ways that he is helping you is our next segment of Coffee with Carib Carter. And that is, here we go, $1,000 listing Caribbean. Look, one of the ways that Romulus is a tremendous assist is helping you get the money to buy your property, or, get the money to sustain yourself once you make the move. Buy the property, either, save up over time to make one lump sum payment, like I've done twice in Honduras, 2 wonderful homes for $30,000 to $35,000 each. I'm talking wonderful homes. One in a great community, El Corte, wonderful small community, great neighbors, 3-bedroom, gorgeous yard with fruit trees, just beautiful home. I think we paid $30,000. Then, as you know, because I talk about it all the time, La Ceiba Beach Club. You can go to LaCeibaBeachClub.com, look it up. There we go. And we paid $32,000, 2 bedrooms. My front yard is the beach. Okay. I want that for you. And Romulus' advice helps you find it. And every week we look high and low from the Rio Grande all the way down to Fuego del Terra, whatever it's called, the tip of Argentina or Chile, way down there, way down south, as far south as you can go, to find properties for you at incredible prices. Gorgeous properties, wonderful properties at incredible prices. Let's see, this is week 51. So we have done now 51 properties. And I know some of you have jumped on some of them because you write to me about it. And today's property is one that I just love. Matter of fact, I love it so much. I'm going to say something even before I describe the property. If a bunch of you want to go in together on this property with me, drop me a note at caribcarter7@gmail.com. caribcarter7@gmail.com. And we'll go together on it. It's that good. In a minute, you can see it's that good. Okay, so let me tell you why now. Today's $1,000 listing Caribbean. And, a lot of times I'll tell you about Grand Pacifica. Anytime I tell you about a Mike Cobb community, like Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua, Grand Bayman in Belize, that's the creme de la creme. Okay. That's everything. That's all the amenities. That really is the wonderful life. Remember it's a wonderful life in a Mike Cobb community at prices that are a tenth of what you pay in the US. So always keep that in mind. And we've talked about some of those properties, haven't we, over the past year. We also, one other thing we do a lot is go to vivian.com. See it right there? That's where we're going today. That's where we're going today. Early on, I kept saying vivian.com. Vivian, I got a note from, I think it was Irene, okay? I'm not going to say her last name, said, would you please learn to pronounce things clearly? I have no idea what you're saying when you say Vivian. I don't know if Vivian. And so thank God now our super producer, Gary, supers it when I say it. But that's it right there, okay? This is an incredible, Vivian is property listing, okay? If somebody has a property sale anywhere in the world, actually, folks, anywhere, you can, they put it on Vivian and you can go and buy it. I bought my first home in Honduras. I bought through Vivian, $20,000 home, bungalow at Vista Bonita, Honduras, which, by the way, they have lots there for sale still for under $8,000. You can build a home for another 20 to 30. Lovely community right at the foot of Pico Bonito in Honduras, which is an 8,000 foot mountain. Gorgeous mountain. That Pico Bonito Lodge is on that mountain. It's that celebrities go there and stay. And here you'll have your own home right at the foot of the mountain. So, but today I want to talk to you about a property in Vivian listed that I think is a great deal. I love Nicaragua. Nicaragua is one of the freest countries now on the face of the earth. I was getting a haircut yesterday. There, look at that. Short, huh? My wife hates it when I let it get long. And the woman was saying, the young girl couldn't have been any more than 25, 26. And I can't take any more of the lack of freedom in the US now. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. You know it. I'm not telling you anything new. Every day something else happens. It's like, what happened to the Constitution? I'm not going to go into that. But she said, but I don't know what to do. She had no idea. She was talking to the president of the Offshore Club. And I told her, Nicaragua, your boyfriend, your child, check out Nicaragua. Okay. Truly the good life at a great price and the free life at a great price. And this property, you saw it when I held it up, folks, 3.9 acres. Let's say 4 acres. Lakefront house, entertainment area on the Isla de Ometepe. My Honduran wife told me that's how to pronounce it, Ometepe. This is an island, folks. This is one of the most gorgeous islands in the Caribbean, okay? Look at that. It has two volcanoes on, 2 volcanic mountains on it. They're not active. They're not going to cover you with lava. Look at this. This is the Isla de Ometepe, okay? You talk about the rich people living their own Caribbean island. 4 acres kind of gives you a good chunk of your own Caribbean island too, doesn't it? Okay. Gorgeous. It's centrally, this home, this 4 acres with a home on it, centrally located in the center of the island. Okay. But it's also lakefront because there are lakes all over the island. Remember, it's on the ocean. It's surrounded by the ocean, but it also has gorgeous lakes in it, gorgeous waterways. As a matter of fact, let me ask before I go any further, show you any more pictures. Here's a video. It's only about, I think it's about 3 minutes, okay? And I want you to, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, this video is worth 1,000,000 of my words. Gary, let's roll this video so people can see how incredible this Caribbean island is, folks, where you now can buy 4 acres of your own property. Let's roll it, Gary.
verano, Ometepe les ofrece a los amantes del sol y la playa diferentes destinos para visitar en esta Semana Santa, ya sea en la Punta Jesús María.
Aquí estamos preparándole un coco loco a la señorita.
En el Ojo de Agua o en las deliciosas costas del lago Cocibolca en Santo Domingo.
Esperamos al turista, y no solo turista, sino al mismo isleño también.
Para vivir una experiencia en familia, y porque les gusta el ambiente de la playa, porque les gusta la convivencia en familia y tienen una experiencia más para estar con la comunidad.
Y aparte pueden probar el vino.
Y aparte pueden probar el vino y lo que es el té de Jamaica.
Todo es muy bonita, las personas excelente y la comida, I love it.
Los deportes acuáticos son un gran atractivo, ya sea surcando el lago en kayak o practicando kitesurf en Santo Domingo durante la temporada de noviembre a mayo.
Ahorita la escuela de Kite School en la isla Ometepe es abierta desde noviembre, la 8 de noviembre. Es solamente 4 meses que la escuela está abierta. Más o menos necesita 12 horas para aprender y hacer kite.
Lago.
Me gustan los dos volcanes y también hay mucho viento, siempre viento. Es bueno para practicar el kitesurf.
Para los que buscan relajarse y pasar un rato agradable, el Ojo de Agua es la opción perfecta para disfrutar de unas merecidas vacaciones.
Muy bonita, una isla, una joya en Centroamérica.
A mí me gusta mucho.
¿Por qué?
Muy divertido, bueno, toda la naturaleza y los volcanes y que sobre todo Concepción es como un volcán perfecto.
En nuestra segunda entrega les presentaremos las opciones que esta reserva de biosfera ofrece en cuanto a ecoturismo y turismo de aventura. Con las imágenes de Agenor Bando y la edición de Byron Larios, les informó Katia Martínez.
Is that great? Is that great? Yeah. Okay. That helps put it in perspective, doesn't it? Okay. Here's the home. All right. Let me do my show and tell now. Okay. Folks, I want you to be excited about this. This is a great opportunity. You can't lose on this purchase. Okay. You can't lose on it because you have either your own home, a second home, vacation home, rental property, and just an investment that's going to go up 10 times in the next 10 years. I'm just telling you, it's that fantastic. Here's the home. It's nothing elaborate. It's nothing elaborate. Okay. I think it's 1 or 2 bedrooms. Let me read it to you here. Entry hall, 2 living areas, kitchen, L-shaped wraparound porch. Look at these pictures. Folks, remember, this is yours. 4 acres of this. Okay, 4 acres of this. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that picturesque? Wow, isn't that copacetic? Look at this. Man, this is one of my favorite show and tells ever. Look. Now, it's important for you to understand. One of the reasons I'm showing you so many outside pictures, when you move to the Caribbean, you live outside. You're spending 80% of your time. You sleep inside. That's about it. Okay. So all this wonderful, beautiful gardens that you're looking at, that's where you're going to be spending your time. Look at this. There's the outdoor kitchen. Isn't that lovely? Folks, this is just fantastic. Look at this. Look at the patio. Okay. very nicely done. Very nicely done. Remember, this beautiful little home here is on your 4 acres. Here's the one picture I'm going to show you inside. Isn't that nice? Just pleasant. And they were smart enough to put up big windows because you're looking out where you're going to spend most of your time. All right. Isn't that fantastic? So lakefront, it has fully registered land title, modern zinc red roof, everything you wanted there. Slated dining and entertainment area, the one I just showed you. Okay. Paved road access, all that's taken care of. All that's included. Plus, remember, you're surrounded by your own 4 acres of property on a Caribbean island. A Caribbean island, okay? Check out the island. Check out the island. Go to the listing. Go to the listing. Here's the number. Remember, I always tell you, you go to vivion.com. Move your hand, Carter. See the number? There's the number. There's the number. That little red circle. You type in that number in the little box in the right-hand corner, and it's going to take you right to this property on the Isla de Ometepe that you could own your own Caribbean island. I just love it. Total price, total asking price. Notice what it says in parentheses here. Negotiable, $155,000. I'd offer $125,000. That's just me. That's what I would offer. I always offer less. And again, if they say to you, well, then we'd lose, let's see, $30,000. Say, well, if you don't sell it to me, you'll lose $125,000. It's a very simple game. I'll bet you're going to come pretty close there, and you will be able to tell people, yeah, I own my own Caribbean island. You own 4 acres of it, folks. 4 acres of a Caribbean island. Again, I'm going to say again what I started out with. I like it this much. Number one, I love Nicaragua. It's free. It's a free country, much freer than the U.S. now. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, it just is. But contact me, Carib Carter 7 @gmail.com. If several of us want to get together and buy it, do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You remember, some of you are going to laugh because you remember my home that my wife and I bought at La Ceiba Beach Club. Gorgeous home. I wish I had a picture here. And you're going to say, Carter, we've seen the picture 1,000 times. Yes, it is gorgeous. Pillars out front, everything. Out the back doors, the swimming pool and the gazebo, the clubhouse. That was about 6 months ago, $1,000 listing Caribbean on Coffee with Carib Carter. And I liked it so much after I talked about it, I bought it. Okay. I'd like to buy this one. If we can get several of us together, because don't forget, I've already bought 2 properties. It's $60,000. So, I want to get a team together on this one. Or, folks, if you're really smart, you'll just go ahead and buy it. Say, sorry, Carter, you lose. I'm buying it myself, which is great because I'm here to help you. Okay, that's the whole purpose of the Offshore Club. That's the whole purpose of $1,000 listing Caribbean. So, as I tell you every time, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. And unless you have any reticence about it, well, guess what? I'm going to close now. This show that I think, to me, it's just been one of my favorites. With the Carib Carter motivation moment to help you get the impetus to get over the reticence to make your move. This is one of my favorite videos from one of my favorite people. Some of you know I love David Goggins. The greatest strong. Why would you put him? The greatest athlete in the world, strongest man. Just here's a guy who weighed 300 pounds when he was 24 years old. And a loser. Folks, he was a loser in life. He wouldn't be offended by that. Read his book, Can't Hurt Me. You'll know David Goggins would not be offended by Carter Clue saying he was a loser. He admits that. 300 pounds, fat, out of shape, sitting around eating chocolate donuts. He saw a show about Navy SEALs and said, I want to be a Navy SEAL. He went to 7 different recruiters, 6 of whom told him, there is no way that you are ever going to be a Navy SEAL. So thank God the seventh one said, you got 3 months to lose 100 pounds and come back then. If you can do it, okay, I'll go ahead and sign you up. He did it. He's the only man in history to go through 3 Navy SEAL hell weeks, kept breaking bones, kept coming back. Only man to also go through Ranger training and then the Air Force's most stringent program. All 3. And he tells you, you can do it. You can do it. If I did it, so can you. It's all a matter of motivation, self-motivation. So, and in this video, he tells you, one of the problems you have is a lot of people saying, well, you can't do it. You can't, like 6 of the recruiters. Oh, yep. No, you can't do it. Folks, you can do it. You can buy your Caribbean property. You can buy the island. I just showed you the 4 acres on the island. You can do it. Honest to God, you can do it. You can make your move south of the border. You can live the good life at a great price in Central or South America. Just don't listen to the negativizers, the doomsayers, the naysayers, okay? So watch this video. Here's to help you do that. Watch this video on turning negativity into positivity. Here we go. You got to love the guy. You've got to love the guy. He did it. He did it. He knows of what he speaks, folks. I want you to do it. I want you to make your move to Central or South America. It's a great life waiting for you there. A great life. Instead of the oppression, the division, the prices skyrocketing, prices, taxes. You can live on $2,000 a month. You can live like a king or queen throughout Central or South America, including on your own island there. It's right there. It's all there for you. Don't listen to the negativizers. Be positive and choose your spot and make your move. Folks, like I tell you every week, the whole purpose of Coffee with Carib Carter, let's do this thing. See you next week.